am Goddess Just Be, and today I want to talk a little bit about the alchemist oil. Later on tonight, we're going to be talking. My subject tonight at 5 Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Central Time is going to be the void versus neutrality. And so, any of you conscious beings that want to join my live at that time, be in the room. Hey, how y'all feeling today? Hey, user 76. Hello. Hey, manifesting. I love the username. So, I am Goddess Just Be. I am an author, publisher, inspirational speaker. I create products as well, clean products. I help with your physical journey and spiritual journey because the products that I create are herbs, or based on herbs, which are for the healing of the nation. Herbs that your body remember. Herbs that also can be beneficial on your journey of ascension for the dark night of the soul, for bringing of the ears, for you being in the void and dealing with grief, because these same said herbs will help you with things like insomnia, help you open up your heart space, also helping excuse me, you with attachments that you may have to things in the matrix, and getting to know yourself or remember yourself that everything is connected and there's no separation. But on the journey, we be in 3D, hence we experience separation consciousness. And so this is a journey about remembering and unfolding the fact that you're God in your universe. You have a universe within. Hey Reggie, hey Erica, thank you for passing through. So pinned below, I have the alchemist oil that helps me on my journey. It saved many lives, but the first one was my own. And that was during a time when I had vertigo, ringing of the ears myself, couldn't lose weight, thyroid issues, thinning hair, fluid-filled bumps on my skin, always tired, fatigued. And in the spiritual realm, wondering why the hell I was here. What was I born to do? Right? And so at the same time, in hindsight, which hindsight is 2020. Hey, thanks, Reggie. I appreciate that. Love my product. I appreciate you. Hindsight is 2020. I was going through those steps. I was going through those motions and didn't know it because, when you sleep, nobody can tell you that you sleep. You don't realize that you were sleeping kind of like until you wake up, right? So that was the process, and that's why I share lives and courses and do esoteric knowledge to help those people, no matter what place that they are in, their reflection of me in my lower self, when I was in the sleep mode, when I had the toxic diet, when I had the ringing in the ears, when I had these vertigo and these symptoms and this thyroid issue, whatever it is your chakra pools of energy trying to unclog in the physical reality. But there are things in the spiritual reality that's happening that you probably have no idea that's going on because you sleep.com. But nonetheless, it comes full circle. And tonight we're going to be talking about the void versus neutrality. Because on the journey to inner union within yourself, this is a spiritual conversation part. You have to go through things like the awakening, the Kundalini awakening, the dark night of your soul. You have to integrate with who you are. You got to not unalive, but have the ego get in the back seat of the vehicle while the soul takes over. And that requires integration and embodiment. In order to get really, truly situated in that embodiment, there's a void process in the matrix, in your physical reality. And this is where people begin to talk about, oh my gosh, I don't feel like I belong, or I feel, so numb to life itself. And that's what we're going to be talking about later on tonight. You got to go through those motions until you get into inner union with yourself. But during all of that time within your mind, within your universe, you, me, we be creating dis-ease and disharmony within ourselves because our thoughts create things. And oftentimes, hey Lord, I like that name, Lord Michael. Hey TT, thank you for passing through, simple. And so sometimes we'll create dis-ease unbeknownst to us through our thoughts. Thoughts create things. And when we create disease, it must manifest, right? Our grief, our pain, our trauma. Oh, that's trauma gonna manifest, baby. And that trauma often manifests as dis-ease and disharmony because that's all that the big C is. The big C is, hey fullness, hey cheesy. The big C ain't nothing but stagnated energy. That's what's trying to flow, but cannot flow until you flow spiritually, until you, me, we reach union consciousness, or at least neutrality, to get about a 3D thoughts of dis-ease and disharmony. And so when these dis-ease and disharmony thoughts manifest in the physical reality, they manifest as sickness, dis-ease, maybe even parasites, viruses, bacteria. in your body. And what happens is they try to take over and become the host because you haven't remembered yourself yet, right? You thought chaos up, and chaos must be formed. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Before you manifested this ease, you knew it. You knew it by thought. You knew it by anger. You knew it by feeling tired, feeling disgusted, feeling unworthy, feeling like things supposed to go this way, and you try to harden and you try to give your person a character that your person didn't even want to carry. That if you put it down, you release all resistance, right? But some people don't want to put that part of themselves down, so they create disease. And so I'm meeting people where they are. If you are creating disease and disharmony, you need something that's going to help to support your natural detox pathway to reverse disease and disharmony. Because you're the alchemist. And so when you get to that place, you have to go to the herbs, which are the healing, or design rather, for the healing of the nation. Right here in my hand is one called the alchemist oil. The alchemist oil is the world's most powerful antioxidant, antifungal, antiparasitic, antiviral, antimicrobial, antibiotic, anti-inflammatory. This here line right here, the alchemist oil plus the carrier oil, is organic. I am the creator of this bundle. The alchemist oil is the one that's in the blue glass bottle. And I highly recommend that you dilute it with a carrier oil. And when I say dilute it with a carrier oil, I mean it's potent. I mean it's powerful. I mean, be careful and keep it out of the reach of children, because it is the world's most powerful antioxidant. So when you dilute it, we're not going to be diluting this with castor oil. I know that's a little viral thing, but castor oil is not highly beneficial for all blood types as it pertains to being on the skin. Notice I'm saying the skin, and I'm telling you to place this on your skin. So let's not use castor oil. Castor oil is good for hair, right? For hair, but castor oil is not good for skin. For skin, it's not. So nonetheless, you need a carrier oil, and that's where the bundle comes in at. The bundle comes in because the bundle is a carrier oil that's highly beneficial for all blood types to place on the skin or internally. Don't panic. It's organic. Almost missed my mom. So the carrier oil actually comes with some clove buds at the bottom of it because it is a clove blend oil. And so the carrier oil is what you would dilute the alchemist oil with. And where we're going to place this? We're going to place it in our navel. 1 drop of the alchemist oil diluted with the carrier oil, placed in your navel before bed to unalive parasites, to decrease the viral load, to help you with insomnia, depression, or anything that you've created in your mind of dis-ease and disharmony. Hence, it's called the alchemist oil. Now, when you place this on your navel at night before bed, this is going to be a self-love ritual. And you're going to do this at least 7 to 10 days on, 2 days off. 7-2, 7-2, 7-2, 7-2, 7-2. Until you reach that peak of clarity. I'm not sure what your toxic load is. I'm not sure what your lack of energy does to you, how low it is, how much fatigue you have, right? How much depression you have, right? Hey, how you doing? Thank you for being so true. I'm not sure of that. So you're going to do at least 7 days on, 2 days off. And the reason why we're not going to do it just one day and stop is because parasites multiply. And so when you do this on the first day, you're going to be unalive some parasites immediately on contact, because this gets past the lipid coating on the parasites. Because this is anti-parasitic, antifungal, antimicrobial, antiviral, antibiotic, anti-inflammatory. So immediately on contact, when you unalive some parasites, you ain't going to do this just for one time. Thank you for trusting the alchemist oil. You're going to do this for at least the 7 days on and the 2 days off. 7-2, 7-2, 7-2, 7-2. That's very important. If you don't, if you do it one day on and just stop completely, now you have critters inside of you that's pissed off because they were trying to become the host inside of your body. And when parasites get pissed off, it's kind of like when you get pissed off, you won't square up. Well, the way parasites square up is they piss inside of you. They lay eggs inside of you. They multiply inside of you, not by 1 and 2, by thousands. They multiply. They secrete larvae, right? And they also inside of you. That's what happens. So that's why we're going to do 7-2, 7-2, 7-2, 7-2, 7 days on, 2 days off. Now, who has parasites? To a certain level, pretty much everybody. Because parasites like lettuce just like they like the bloody meat. They'll be on a horse ass just like they'll be over there on a apple. Some worms are inside of the middle of the apple right now. Right? Some people in physical reality don't know that they have parasites. This is another way to find out if you have it. If you have a pet in your house, you got it. Because pets shed, just like you shed your skin, your skin, your hair is shedding. Well, pets carry worms. This is why you got to get them dewormed. So when that dog is scooting his ass on that rug, microscopically on that rug, he even left him a little couple of eggs. If you step on that, you got it. You sleeping with him, you letting him tongue kiss you, you got it. So people who have pets, cats, dog, you have parasites. If you're eating bloody meat, right now in the American diet, pretty much everybody. And vegans could also have parasites too. Because like I said, parasites love kale. They love carrots. They love apples. Parasites have no respect of person. You could get this here from other people or any type of bacteria or virus from other people tongue kissing your partner. Parasites, right? And so how to know you get really, really sluggish when you have parasites. You have real foul bowel movement when you have parasites. You might have rosacea, which is actually eggs on your cheeks. And sometimes it'll be the egg sticking out or it'll be pink irritation or inflammation. The alchemist oil is anti-inflammatory. You have parasites. Even right here on your arm, if it's really, really rough right here on your arms, yeah, and it's smooth right here and here, yeah, this is eggs right here. This is a telltale sign when you have eggs coming out of your skin, because the skin is the largest organ on your body. What you put on it penetrates inside of it. Hence why I'm teaching you how to place this in your navel, place it on other parts of your skin so that your skin can breathe and release this waste. Parasites. Another way you can find out, and sometimes the white person with the white coat would just tell you, you are low in magnesium. Parasites. When you are low in iron, parasites. Sucking your vital minerals, parasites. So it's very important to unalive these critters, because within having them, they make you feel fatigued. Within having them, they make you full of within having them, they make you foul inside of your abdominal cavity. They give you a protruding belly. They give you a fat back, and you call it fat back, and you enjoy and embrace your fat back. Meanwhile, the parasites are becoming the host, hijacking you at 3 o'clock in the morning to go get a snack, making you think that every time after you eat, you got to have something sweet, making you run to get extra cream and sugar in your coffee, keeping you acidic, because coffee is acidic. Only blood type A need to be drinking coffee to get rid of the high production of mucus that they build up in their body naturally overnight. So all of these things are indicators when your hair is falling out, when your hormones are out of balance. Thank you for trusting the alchemist oil. All of these things are knocks on the wall, on the door. I say, knock, knock, do something, baby. Somebody or something inside of you is trying to become the host. You're forgetting. You need to be remembering that you God. It is time for you to practice pure alchemy. And so that's where the alchemist oil comes in at. 7 days on, 2 days off. 7 days on, 2 days off. We just talked about that. Quick recap. I am the creator of the alchemist oil, the world's most powerful antioxidant. Antifungal, antiviral, antiparasitic, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory. How do you use it? We went over that. A half a teaspoon of the carrier oil. Place it in the palm of your hands. I'm going to show you right quick. A half a teaspoon of the carrier oil. Place it in the palm of your hand. Place 1 drop, only 1 this time, because we're going inside of the navel. And the navel is a delicate spot, so 1 drop. If you have a painful point, if you have arthritis or your feet are hurting you, or your muscle tension is really, really high, you can use up to 3 drops. If you have alopecia on your head and want to place it there, up to 3 drops. If you have toothache or abscess and want to place it for numbing and for pain, you can use up to 3 drops. But we're going in the navel, so we're going to only use 1 drop of the alchemist oil, diluted with the carrier oil. We mix that drop together, and we're going to place that in our navel before bed. There's other places that we can place this on our body, which is like the sole of your feet. Hey, thank you for pacing through. I appreciate you. The soles of your feet, the palm of your hand, where your nerve endings are. You can place this here on your person, underneath your armpit. Underneath your armpit at night before you go to bed, to get rid of that stench in your abdominal cavity. You can place it there. You can place it on, I said the soles of your feet. You can place it on muscle tension in your body. You can place it on the top or the bottom of your spine, where a lot of parasites live. You can place it on your stomach. You can place it right here on the right side of your body, because your liver is how you live and help to lubricate and flow with that gallbladder duct. You can place it right here on your transverse colon to help your transverse colon get rid of waste, because if your transverse colon is not absorbing minerals inside of your body, then you're not going to be able to absorb light. Hence the transverse colon, if it's clogged up, then you're not going to be able to see. If the transverse colon is clogged up, which is the brain, you're not going to be clear 20/20 here. You get that? So that's why people wearing glasses. Transverse colon indicator right there. So for me, when I get out of the shower, I place this the carrier oil by itself as a moisturizer. Like if you have eczema and psoriasis and all kind of inflammatory responses on your skin, you can place the Alchemist, the carrier oil on your skin as a moisturizer. It is so soothing. It is so calming. This one here by itself can be used for children too. The soles of children's feet. Hey, I see you, Kay Ray. You can place this on the soles of children's feet, on their temples if they have little headaches, underneath their armpit if they're like teenagers starting to get that little onion smell. This could be a natural deodorant because it's unaliving parasites, and the stench of the larva and the parasites that's inside of their abdominal cavity is really the thing that got them funky too. Okay, it's bacteria and fungus that's growing up in here. If you know anybody that work at a morgue, this here body, this here part of the body, when they open up the abdominal cavity, they'll let you know it was full of yeast and fungus. Overgrowth. What do you think the protruding belly is? It's not magnesium and iron. What do you think the fat back or the big back, whatever you call that, is? Alright? We got to make this make sense. And you pay attention to people on their journey. When they're younger, they're smaller, aka skinnier. They get these protruding bellies and they go up in weight. And then when they get older people drop weight rapidly. And they become a little bit frail, a little fragile looking, because your body was never designed to hold all of that weight that you pick up in your 30s and 40s. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. Because we end up with a load of waste when we do that. All right? Any questions so far? We're about to talk TMI right quick. We're about to talk TMI. Thank you for passing through. I appreciate you. Hey, PJ. Hey, Rick. So let's move on. Goat Man, hi, how you doing? Miss, who is that? Miss Africa? Okay, Miss Africa. We about to talk TMI. So how to know, moving on, how to know that this here, I ain't talking crap. How to know I ain't just talking crap, right? We about to talk shh. And in this version of the live, I want to share with you, just in case you are a looker backer, what you will see when these critters start to come out of the back door. Because yes, they got to come out. It's TMI version of my live. And so to be a looker backer, that means you're on a commode, you used the Alchemist oil yesterday, you had the best sleep. Just like in the reviews, if you click on the orange shopping cart below, you see the honest reviews from people on the Alchemist oil that, oh my God, so much waste was coming out. I saw eggs, I saw larvae, I saw adult parasites. I saw them with my own 2 eyes. And if you're not a looker backer, I'm going to still be talking to you, the bullshit people who have a bidet and have their wet wipes. I want you to know you can't miss it. You're still going to experience the Alchemist oil performing pure alchemy on you to bring you back to a state of clarity, a mental clarity and wholeness in your sound mind, because this here is a brain. Hence, we have gut feelings. If this brain is not in balance, this one ain't going to be in balance either. That's how we have sick people in this realm. So, first things first, 3. There are 3 stages of parasites. The eggs, the larvae, and the adult critters. Eggs, larvae, and adult critters. Eggs, larvae, and adult critters. Eggs, larvae, and adult critters. If you don't get all 3 stages out of your system, then you still full of shh. If you don't get all 3 phases, for example, if you only tackle the adult critters, well, girl, you had eggs up in there. The eggs gonna hatch and grow up, and they're gonna be adults one day, right? And vice versa. So, in order to get rid of the critters, you have to get rid of all 3 stages of the egg, larva, and adult parasites. Number 1. You used the Alchemist oil yesterday. You felt so good. What happened was you was unaliving parasites. That's why you slept real good, because parasites the day before, they were going You place the alchemist oil and unalive the good load of them, and then the decreased. So now you're feeling better. You saying, oh my God, I had the best sleep. I used to have insomnia. I used to wake up in the middle of the night, teeth grinding, which is a sign of parasitic infection. My booty was clenching prior to this, and which is a sign of parasitic infection. But baby, I was in alignment with the circadian rhythm again. And then you drink some water. You drink your weight divided into 2 equals the number of ounces of water that you need to consume to flush these said parasites that are unalive now out of the back door. And you go to the restroom. And you're a looker backer. So you look back. And when you look back, you see your turd. You see your turd. This is your turd right here. Yes, if you're new to my live, we're talking shh. And this is your turd. And you look back at it and you see these little specks. These little specks, these little dots. They ivory in color or they're black in color. Ivory black, ivory black. And they remind you of sesame seeds, because sesame seeds come ivory or they'll come black. But there's specks inside of your stool. And you're like, I didn't eat no sesame seeds. Matter of fact, I have the meal plan from Goddess Just Be. I called her back up here and I downloaded her meal plan based upon my blood type. I didn't even know my blood type at the time. But I clicked on the first red button. How do I find out my blood type? I saw courses. I signed up for Esoteric Knowledge. I have the Wokies F blood type connection. Download, and I know myself more than I've ever. I know my traumas. I know my weakness. I know my sex drive. I know my highest job, because there's nothing new underneath the sun. My more favorable job. There's nothing new underneath the sun. All of this is blood type coded. All things in the matrix are just energy, frequency, and vibration. And we've been doing this stuff for eons. So you know this is not sesame seeds, because you know better. They aren't sesame seeds. Those are eggs. And that is the first stage of a parasitic infection coming out the back door. That's how you know the alchemist oil is doing the damn thing. Moving right along, you keep on doing it. That was your first night. You're so happy because you got some eggs coming out. You got evidence that pure alchemy is happening within your system. You keep doing it. You keep refreshing your system with water, the adequate amounts of water. And then you move on to the level where this bowel movement is no longer whole. Now it comes out like mucus. It's funky too. You might have to clean a commode. It has a mashed potato consistency. That is the larva that I was talking about. And that is the same larva, that is the same stench that be inside of the abdominal cavity right up in here. And we'll call this here many things, but what it is, right? We'll say all these other diseases are happening, but if you think about what these diseases are, you can see how this larva got there. For example, some people have holes in their stomach called the ulcer. So if you got a hole and you got food that's going in the stomach, then what happened to the food? Don't the food go out the hole? Abdominal cavity. Then we have some people who have irritation in their body. If there's irritation called irritable bowel syndrome, why is it irritated? That must mean they have some inflammation going on. The alchemist oil is anti-inflammatory. Some people will say that they have leaky gut syndrome. So if there's a leak down here, not in the stomach where the ulcer be, if there's a leak down here, that means food must be falling out. And if the food falling out, I could only imagine the food just falling on top of the kidneys, and then the kidneys supposed to be filtered in the system in the inside, but then it got stuff on top of it too. Oh, it must be a little fungus growing up in here. It must be a couple of parasites up in there, because when you have food anywhere, even if it's just by a trash can, even if I keep the lid closed, the parasites gonna come. The maggots gonna come. Something gonna come to get in there, because they smell it. No matter where it is, they smell it. They want to be around it. They want to. You get me? Thank you for trusting the alchemist oil. So in this abdominal cavity, this is why it's funky here. This is why the shh is funky back there when it comes out of the back door, because people in this here area are full of shh. And this is why I tell you to place the alchemist oil here of all places: the navel, the central access point, the navel, the reset button on your body, the navel, the entryway to that abdominal cavity where that larva and them parasites in that funk lives. Thank you for trusting the alchemist oil. Thank you for the shares. I appreciate you. And so I share with you the eggs coming out the back door. If you look back, you'll see that. Now we're on the larva, the secretions from the parasites. That's really funky, mashed potato consistency, and it comes out the back door too. It might smear up the commode, and you might have to clean it. I mean, actually clean the toilet after this one come out because it's sticking to it. Yeah. Finally, the third stage, adult parasites. Now, the adult parasites, you know what that looks like. You know what a worm, a hookworm, a tapeworm, a pinworm looks like. But there's another group that's in the adult category called flukes. And flukes come out looking like tears, red tears, tomato skin tears, red bell pepper tears, red bell peppers that's been blended, tomato skins that's been blended that looks like chopped up seasoning. And they just come out and they just be floating in the water. That's adult parasites. Sometimes they'll be green and they look like green onions just floating in the water. Sometimes they'll be on your whole stew, just redness all around or green all around skins on top of your brown turd, right? Those are adult parasites. Just to educate you. So eggs, larvae, and adult parasites are what you're going to see if you sit on the commode by using the alchemist oil, placing it in your navel 7 days on, 2 days off, 7 days on, 2 days off, because it's the world's most powerful antioxidant and it unalive parasites as well. It's antifungal, antiparasitic, antiviral, antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory. And the level of antioxidant and anti-parasitic properties is unmatched. That's why you're only using 1 drop. It is very, 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 very potent, and we must respect the potency of it. So nonetheless, if you're a bougie person, thank you for trusting the alchemist oil. If you're a bougie person, you're like, I don't look back, I ain't gonna see all that. Well, hold up to it. Because even after the bidet, even after the wet wipes, you still have to get the dry tissue and check to see if you left any skid marks. And there you go. You might see your eggs right there. You might see that larva right there. You might see an adult parasite right there. But hold up, even if you don't check for skid marks, when you get to the larva consistency coming out, and this is a stage that Dr. Sabi would talk about in his healing centers, that the people were so raunchy because they're cleaning at a cellular level. You're cleaning up here, the abdominal cavity, where the critters live, where the funk is. But when you get to this here stage, if you're bougie, you gonna smell that stench. I mean, you're in a commode, in the toilet room, and what's coming out the back door, it smells so foul that it makes you kind of want to, oh my God, that's me. This is the kind of stench, this larva, when it comes out, the kind of stench that, people is like, I don't know, it smells like somebody was unalived in there. Don't go up in there. That is the larva. And so that very funky thing is the reason why people layering perfumes nowadays. The reason why people in America are using anti-perspirant will clog it up because my abdominal cavity got the secretion of the larva and I don't know how to get it out there, but just here, put on antiperspirant and clog up my lymphatic system instead so it cannot come out. Right? They're acting like a pig, keeping their toxins in. I'm teaching you the calmest, the easiest, the most beneficial way to get rid of that larva, that stench that's in your abdominal cavity. A half a teaspoon of the carriol with 1 drop of the alchemist oil, diluted, placed in your navel. It can be used both internally and externally because it is herbs, highly beneficial, highest cortisol level you will find, very, very potent, and we're going to respect the potency of it. You can place it on your feet with arthritis, with neuropathy, muscle tension, ache, sprains, bed bug bites. Place it on your scalp. If you have fungus, a fungal film, which you might call alopecia, place the carrier oil on your scalp by itself, and you can get rid of that fungal film. When you get rid of the fungal film, then you'll be able to have more clarity. People that have Parkinson's disease, Alzheimer's, and all of these things in their head, dementia, they have fungus. When they have alopecia, that is fungus. That's fungus. Parasites have a lipid coating called a biofilm. They're in the inside of this coating. When you break through the biofilm, you expose the parasite. The properties in here is anti-parasitic. So you unalive the parasite. Now these oils help to lubricate the system. The omega-3s help to deliver this stuff and flush this stuff out of your body. You must drink water though. The person with the white coat can never give you anything to unalive parasites at this level because they give you rocks. I'm teaching you oils can penetrate through the lipid biofilm of the parasite and rid them unalived. Okay? Do what you want, but let me read these comments and I'm about to get up out of here. I'm not going to be here long because I'm coming back live later tonight. Let's talk consciousness. Do you need a binder? People talk about the binder all the time. So carrier oil, I'm going to answer that. Good question though. So carrier oil with 1 drop of the herbal oil in belly button for parasites. Yes, you got it. You got it. LOL. True. Okay. So binder. No, you don't need a binder with this one here because guess what? The oil, like I was sharing with you, thank you for trusting the alchemist oil. The oil itself is really doing what binders would do. But if you want to do something extra, I can share with you some food-based binders that you can be eating while doing this. If you want that information while I'm here, type the word binders. If nobody typed the word binders, then I'm not going to share that with you. But this by itself, no, you don't necessarily need a binder because the lipid coating of the oil, kind of like oil pulling, you're pulling it. That's what binders really do. They kind of like bind to it. Well, the pull of the oils from this here gets past the lipid coating of the shield that the parasite already built to protect themselves with. So no, not necessarily. And the reason why, I got a couple of binders. Okay, I'll talk about the binders. Thank you for trusting the alchemist all. And the reason why I specifically don't suggest most people get the regular binders that people talk about on social media is because most people still gonna drink their liquor, which is already dehydrated. Probably still want their coffee, which is highly acidic. Probably still ain't gonna clean their diet because I ain't asking you to become no vegan or nothing there. I'm just telling you that you need to get rid of some of this here load of parasitic infection or virus in your system if you want a better quality of life. But some of these people, they ain't about to change nothing. You know, I know that, right? And I'm not encouraging that everybody be a vegan. The only vegans are really the blood type A's in the matrix. But binders, the way that people talk about them, are very dehydrating. You must drink even more than your adequate amount of water, right? They are very crippling sometimes because they'll give you the Hertz die-off effect. And then when you have this die-off effect, you really feel like you're being unalive. Yeah, I have. When I say call me back, I can't say that. But yeah, I have a place over here where you can call me back. And it's actually the restoration bundle. If you call me back over there is on SLALE. SALL. You heard me spell it wrong? SALE. I can't say those words. Okay, call me back. I can say that. Okay, let's get into binders. Binders. So if you're doing the alchemist oil, placing it in your navel before bed to get the benefits of it being helpful for your insomnia, for your booty clenching, your teeth grinding, and all of these different things that you might be experiencing, your foul bowel movement, your raunchiness underneath your armpit, you can eat food-based binders. But before I talk about the food-based binders, let me let you know the ones that dehydrate the shit out you. And you ain't gotta do that to it. You ain't gotta do it. On social media, they talk about diatomaceous earth. Have you ever heard about that? Diatomaceous earth. Give me a yes or no if you ever heard about these things. Yes or no? Diatomaceous earth. Y'all heard about that one? Mm-hmm. Don't. No. Let's not do that. Have you ever heard of activated charcoal? Activated charcoal? Anybody? Okay, good. Y'all did some research. Yeah. What about bentonite clay? You ever heard of that one? Bentonite clay. Okay. Those are 3 binders that will dehydrate your shit out you. Yeah. By Tuesday. They will make your die-off effect even plentiful and more. You don't have to go that route. You don't. I'm about to teach you food-based binders because food is the medicine. If you call me back, you'll see weight loss cheat codes. Highly beneficial foods based upon your blood type because food is either giving you inflammation or giving you information. One of the two, everything, because your blood and the food that you eat creates a chemical reaction on contact. Every time you do it. There ain't nothing new in this realm. That's why you're supposed to be honoring your bloodline, honor your mother and father, so your days could be long on this land. Your blood has memory. Your food have memory. Everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. All of this shit is coded. I'm just trying to be honest with you. But if you don't know the highly beneficial foods for your blood type, then you're gambling. I give you nuts, seeds, herbs, vegetables, fruits, condiments, teas, fruit drinks, all meats. If you the blood type O and the B's and the ABs, who can eat some meats? I give you all of that. You can call me back. But here on this live, I'm going to share with you five natural food-based binders that you could incorporate in your diet while using the alchemist oil in your navel before bed at night to unalive parasites. And keep in mind, this is organic because you can use this internally and externally to unalive these critters. Somebody type 5 in the comments so people that come in to know that I'm about to give 5 food-based binders. 5. Hey, Sage. 5. These are 5 food-based binders that when you're unaliving parasites, this would be highly beneficial to throw in maybe your salad, to throw in your lunch, to throw into your dinner. Number 1, and they won't dehydrate you. They won't have you with the die-off effect. They won't have you scaly skin. Number 1. Number 1 is going to be carrots. Carrots. Now, I know if you follow Dr. Sabi, No, not pumpkin seeds are not highly beneficial for all blood types. No. I'm only telling you for all blood types. No, I'm a blood type connection catalyst. Pumpkin seeds will give some blood types inflammation. It might give you information, but it gives others inflammation. This is very important for y'all to pay attention to. There's coding in the matrix. Carrots. Somebody type carrots. Somebody type carrots in the comments. Now, I know, Mr. Dr. Sabi, if I don't get 5 carrots, I ain't going to keep on shelling y'all because y'all ain't participating. I got 2 carrots. Now, I know Mr. Dr. Sabi said leave carrots alone, right? It is my belief that Mr. Dr. Sabi didn't know about binders because he even told y'all to leave 2 of the binders alone. And binders, carrots, for example, carrots bind to parasites and rid them useless in your system. When Dr. Said was talking about, it'll nick against you, it's grabbing like some fruits. I mean, some vegetables. They work like brushes and they sweep the walls of the large and small intestines. Carrots are a binder. That's why you see me on my backup page a lot, crunching or chunking on carrots when I'm talking. Number 2, another one Dr. Sabi told you all that wasn't beneficial. Well, no, I ain't even gonna throw that in there. I'm not even gonna throw that in there. I'm gonna stick to my regular 5. Number 2, apples. Somebody type apples. This is why an apple a day will keep the doctor away. Apples. Apples are a natural binder. Apples are natural binders. Could I get some more? Could I get 2 more apples in the comments? And then I'll tell you the other one. 1 more apple. Apples. Apples are natural binders. So you could eat an apple while you're doing this here. You could have apples inside of your salad. Did I get 5 apples? You could have maybe carrots and apples as a little snack at work. Apples. Apples. Did I get my 5? Let me see if I got my 5. Nope, I got 4. 1 more apple. When I get 1 more apple, I'll tell you the other 3. So right now we have carrots as a natural binder, and we have apples as a natural binder. Binders help you stick to the walls, kind of like sweeping everything away, pulling off the old fecal matter, working like a binder, kind of like the oil will chop up the biofilm. That's what binders going to do. Number 3 is going to be watercress. Watercress. CRESS. It's watercress. Somebody type watercress. 5 watercresses in the comment. Now, watercress, the reason why I add this one here as a all across the board highly beneficial binder for the people is because watercress gets you to stage 2 of the liver. Liver is how you live, cleaning detox. So you want to get to phase 2. That way that gallbladder duct is clear, and it is letting out that bowel production that you need, and it is cleansing that liver. The liver is how you live. Watercress is highly beneficial for that. So I throw watercress in the ones that I share with people all across bloodlines. Watercress. We got our 5 watercresses. I need one more watercress. All right. So we have carrots. We have watercress, and we have apples. These are natural binders, highly beneficial for all blood types, highly beneficial to unalive parasites in the system. And you can make a salad with a base of watercress and throw in the apples, throw in the carrots, throw in a natural that you just made dressing. All right, number 4. We ready for number 4? I need one more watercress. Somebody type watercress again if you typed it already, because somebody ain't participating. There we go. Number 4. Number 4 is going to be parsley. Parsley. And I'm going to tell you why. Somebody type parsley in the comment. Parsley, if you pay attention when you go to them 5-star restaurants, them chefs that have been to culinary school will garnish the dishes with parsley, because parsley will help get rid of heavy metals. Parsley is like an internal deodorant. If you ever used like, what do they call that green stuff? Chlorophyll. Some of the chlorophylls will add parsley in it because it's an internal deodorant. It gets rid of fungus. It's really good for halitosis because it's a binder. It's a natural binder. So there go your salad, watercress and parsley inside of your salad. Even if you just use them 2, you got a natural binder in the salad while you're using the alchemist oil. So you're doing something for your system, highly beneficial for your bloodline. You're consuming that and you helping yourself internally, and you using the alchemist oil on your skin. Parasites coming out the back door. They're coming out. Okay. Let's see, did I get my 5 parsley? Oh, I got my 5 parsley. Last but not least, the holy of the holies. Another thing that the chefs use in culinary school on your dish at a 5-star restaurant, cilantro. There you go, Key. Cilantro. That's that gang. So now a salad with watercress, parsley, and cilantro as a base instead of that weak-ass lettuce is really going to be highly beneficial for all blood types. To help unalive parasites, and cilantro gets rid of heavy metals really good. Cilantro will get them heavy metals up out of there. So this is going to be removing heavy metals. This is going to be a binder for parasites. It's going to be giving you your chlorophyll. It's going to be highly beneficial for all blood types. So we got apples, we got carrots, we got watercress, we got cilantro, and we got parsley. 5 natural food-based binders. You do not need that to make your syrup, because none of them go dehydrate you. You do not need activated charcoal, because none of them going to give you the Hertzheimer effect. You do not need bentonite clay, because it's too much, and maybe you don't drink adequate amounts of water. How much water do you drink? How much water do you drink while you're on the alchemist oil? How much water do you drink? So if Michelle is 200 pounds, Michelle would take 200 divided into 2, and that will be 100. Michelle would need to drink 100. We love you back, babe. Michelle would need to drink 100 ounces of water every day, because Michelle is on the parasite cleanse. If Michelle is putting this on her navel before bed, she's unaliving parasites. She's getting rid of her viral load. She is reversing disharmony and dis-ease. She's getting rid of the inflammation that she probably don't even know nothing about, because some people don't even know they're inflamed until they take an anti-inflammatory as powerful as this, and then they put it on their navel, and then they go, I feel so calm. Right? So that's the recipe. Place it on your navel before bed. 7 days on, 2 days off. You have your 5 natural food-based binders to use in conjunction with this. It's internal and external use. It's organic. And it gets past the lipid coating of biofilms that parasites shield themselves around inside of you taking your vital minerals away from you. Hence why most people in physical reality is low in magnesium. It's low in iron. Because all of them foods that I just shared with you, you've ate those foods before. How you don't have magnesium and iron? Them foods have the magnesium and iron in it. Something inside of some of our systems be taking our life forces from us. The alchemist oil, the world's most powerful antioxidant, antifungal, antiparasitic, antiviral, antimicrobial, antibiotic, anti-inflammatory. And last but not least, I also have pinned below my wild yam butter. But you will start with the alchemist oil bundle. I highly suggest you start with the alchemist oil bundle simply because this here get rid of the toxic load. You got to make sure in this journey that all of your exits, pretty much your your exits for critters is open, like right, like your skin, like your bowel first. Like you being able to urinate and release this stuff so you can keep your blood clean versus it being thick and tacky. Because that means your lymphatic system is back the hell up. That means it is clogged the hell up. So you start here first. All right? This is where you start first. This is for the toxins to come out of that system. The parasites, the inflammation. But this one here is wild yam butter. And if you look below, I have it in a bundle as well called the Restoration Bundle. And I was telling somebody earlier, if you call me back, the Restoration Bundle over here is on SALE if you call me back. But it's regular over here and it's linked below. Either way, it doesn't matter. But this is my personal bottle right here of the, I've been digging in it. That's what it looked like in inside. But this is my personal bottle, and I leave it up here for my lives. And this is wild yam butter. Now, wild yam butter is also antifungal. And what we do with wild yam butter is we place it in alternate spots of the body, like right on my wrist, on my neck, on the soles of my feet, twice a day for women, once a day for men. Now, the wild yam butter, this here is for hormones, hormonal balance. This is for regulation of nervous system. So this is really highly beneficial for the people who smoke the reefer. You know, they had that high, they trying to chase that one first high that they ain't gonna never get back, and they don't like being themselves because they get blowed and everybody blow them when they the regular self. So they try to get a high and they get this high and then they go back to themselves and they try again and they get and they never get back to here. All right. When they first started using the reefer, they didn't even know that their hormones was just out of balance. They didn't even know that they just already had a regulated nervous system. So how about you never gonna get this high again? You get yourself regulated, all right? And so people use this, the reefer smokers use this to wean off the reefer because they know that they ain't never gonna go way up there. They're gonna go right here, they're gonna come back right here, and then you're gonna blow them and they're gonna go and smoke again, and then they're gonna... They're really funny. Even cigarette smokers, they'll use this. Women twice a day. Men once a day. A fingertip amount in alternate spots on the skin, and I call this the Restoration Bundle because it's going to get rid of the parasites and help the inside of your abdominal cavity and help you with your raunchiness and help you with your inflammation and bacteria. And this one here is going to regulate you and keep you calm and help you go to sleep. So reefer smokers, they sleep better with this here. This is highly beneficial for people with insomnia, depression as well, and ringing in the ears. It'll help you with that as well. What did we use the wild yam butter for? Thyroids. Well, thyroids and hormones are pretty much one and the same because if your hormones are out of balance, your thyroid is going to be toxic. Hence, you have hyper or hypothyroidism. Either way, you're not getting adequate amounts of iodine in your system, and it is toxic here. And the reason why you're not getting adequate iodine is because maybe you are low in iodine because you're not taking or eating the proper green leafy vegetables that have iodine in it, or sea vegetables that have iodine in it. But when you smoke the reefer, what happens is your tongue gets so used to eating fast food, your tongue no longer doesn't want any green stuff. You don't even like vegetables no more because you inflamed and you're burning away those taste buds, the faculties of them, every smoke, every puff. So you rather a burger, you crave those type of things because you don't even have a taste or tolerance for vegetables no more, right? So we're going to regulate the nervous system and calm them hormones down so we can get off of the reefer, and then we're going to be in balance. And after we're in balance, then we can actually start eating better. Hey, Daryl. We'll start eating better, and I just gave you some natural binders. You can start with that if you don't like vegetables, right? But that's going to be good for estrogen. That's going to be good for endometriosis, fibroid, erectile dysfunction, men who have periods but yet they don't bleed. Yes, men have periods and mood swings. The ones that's abusive, the ones that, a little soft, but yet they're not on the other team. They just soft with it. Like, right? There's a balance. Life is about a healthy balance. And this here is a natural balancer, helping you to sleep and balance your hormones, regulating your nervous system. We apply the butter to our necks, around our thyroid. You can just place it in the back of your neck, right here. It's alternate spots of your body. Wherever you place it, it's going to penetrate in your skin. It's organic. It's a clean product. It's almost clean enough to eat if you didn't have the shea butter and the essential oils in it. I make clean products. So anywhere on the skin, I teach skin health and skin remembrance so it can penetrate. But what we don't want to do with skin, before I get up out of here, there are 3 things that we don't want to put on our skin while doing either one of these. I really respect all of the information and these products you're giving us. Oh, thank you, babe. Hey, Smiley. Wait, explain men having periods. Yeah, y'all have periods. Everybody that's underneath the moon cycle in this realm is governed by the moon energy. Moon energy is feminine energy. The sun, Amun-Ra, is masculine energy. You can't say that you all on team Amun-Ra. There must be male and there must be female principles in this realm. So these Amun-Ra sun that's out right here right now is masculine energy. Ra. But baby, that moon, this is why when we have full moons, everything get chaotic, get emotional. Monday is moon day. That's why everybody be in their feelings and, oh my God, I don't want to go to work and I feel so disgusted and why do I work here? That moon pulls the tides in the ocean. That moon touches women and men. And so that means every cycle, men have periods. They ass just ain't bleeding. Do what you want with it, smiling. Women have periods, men have periods. Everybody just perioding and tripping. Let's see. I hope you're feeling better. I love that you're smiling. Yeah, I'm going through some grief, but I am the I am. I feel good. We apply the butter to our neck. Okay, I answered that. Wait, explain men having periods. Okay, I did that one. I did that one too. Anything else? I missed nothing else. Do you do seminars or teach classes? I have courses on weight loss cheat codes. How do I figure out this conscious or this health journey out? I have Woke as F blood type connection course. I have Lilith course, divine feminine courses. I have a plethora of courses. I have a book, He Who Has a Let Him Hear, that teaches you about the herbs that are best for you. And it also comes in audio form. I have all that. Call me back. I have a way you can figure out your blood type. If you don't know, prick your finger in the privacy of your home. I teach esoteric knowledge via Zoom on Sundays. If you call me back, that's the first blue button for you to join there. I also am on the Red Triangle Place, and at 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, I come live. I didn't do it yesterday though, but the day before yesterday. My days mixed up. I got something going on that's major in my journey. I'm going through I guess I just came out of a void period, so to speak, when something personal has happened. But nonetheless, I'm mixing my days up. I think maybe yesterday was the day I was crying. The day before I didn't make it. But I'm in here right now. And later on tonight, we're going to be teaching the difference between the void and neutrality. And this is for your conscious journey that you need to know. And it's also going to tie to like soulmates and twin flame energy in the physical reality. But everybody in the matrix is going to experience a void place in their journey. And even if this void is sending you through grief, to get to know yourself versus sending you through a void of ascension and you on a twin flame journey, either way, it really freaking doesn't matter. You're going to go through a void. Life gonna life to you. And it's very important for you to know how to deal with yourself in the void and know the difference between the void and a place of neutrality when you're right there at the brink of entering into this place called inner union. Because that's what we all here for, to remember ourselves and get our ass back to inner union. I'm not sure if all of you all here are conscious But I like to talk consciousness. I don't just like selling products. I like to talk consciousness now. Where my conscious people at? Any of y'all conscious? Oh, I don't normally do that. You didn't forget Rhonda listening. Rhonda said, listen, tell me what the hell not to put on body. I got distracted. I don't normally do that. Now, you know I'm going through some grief. I will be calling you back. Okay, call me back. All right. So, Rhonda want to know. I'm sorry, sending healing frequency and energy to you. Yeah, I'm good. All is well. I am the I am. And I'm not exempt. God want to experience all. So there's a time to be born and there's a time to die. Rhonda, these three things right here, do not put on your skin while doing the alchemist oil. I'm talking about heavily on your skin. One of them is going to be shea butter. Now notice, the wild yam butter was just a fingertip amount. The ingredients in here to make the first one is shea butter. That's why I'm saying this. This was a fingertip amount. But don't you be slathering shea butter on your skin. Don't do it. Why? Because I said so? No, because it's really, really thick. You're detoxing. You're on a parasitic cleanse. And parasites in acids, in toxins come out of your system via you sweating. That's good to know. Via you sweating and expelling this out via your skin. Shea butter. Thick. Don't put shea butter. Don't put Vaseline. I don't know why y'all would put petroleum jelly on your damn skin. No way. I mean, I can see the heels of your foot. But no, because it's petroleum jelly. Come on now. Anyway, don't put Vaseline on your skin while you're using the alchemist oil, because the alchemist oil is trying to detox you and rid you of parasites and waste. Somebody said, oh no. So don't do that. I don't know why you do that. Why you do that? You put petroleum jelly. You can't be that conscious. Petroleum jelly. And last but not least, coconut oil. Coconut oil is thick as hell too. Yeah, it has benefits, antifungal and all that. I know. But it's on your skin. We talk about your skin. No coconut oil, no Vaseline, no shea butter while you're detoxing, because your skin is trying to freaking breathe and let out sweat and toxins, and you're clogging it up, and it's like, hey, where do I go? What do I do? What's wrong? All right? Just came in, I've been wanting a parasite cleanse. Well, you're in the right place at the right time for the right thing. The alchemist oil. The world's most powerful antioxidant, antifungal, antiparasitic, antiviral, antimicrobial, antibiotic, and anti-inflammatory. Place a half a teaspoon of the carrier oil with 1 drop of the alchemist oil. Place it in your hand, because you must dilute this. This is really, really potent. It'll help you get rid of the eggs, larvae, and the adult parasites. And then before bed, 7 days on, 2 days off, you're placing this in your navel. And you take a deep breath in and blow it out, because this is going to be a self-love ritual. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. This is going to be unaliving parasites in your system, calming you, relaxing you. One more time, take a deep breath in and blow it out, because you're going to have the best sleep of your life, and you're going to have vivid dreams, and you're going to get rid of waste the next day. And you're going to see evidence of destroying eggs, larvae, and adult parasites. You do it as long as you need. I don't know your parasitic load, but you'll know when you reach clarity. You know when you're waking up earlier. You just going to know when your skin is improving. You just going to know by the way that you feel and what you're going to be seeing in the commode coming out. Once you get that out, you know, kind of like when you have a real heavy bulk bowel movement, and you're like, dang, I feel like I lost about 7 pounds. I feel so good. And you just really just want to take a nap because you feel so rejuvenated. Thank you for trusting the alchemist oil. That's what it's going to be doing to you. But at the same time, spiritually, it's going to be helping you to release attachments. It's going to be helping support grounding you, because it's herbs which are for the healing of the nations. It's going to be helping you open up your heart chakra, right? It's going to help you to remember yourself. It's going to soothe you and help you emotionally on your dark night of the soul journey. It's going to help you with that ringing of the ears, because you need to become more grounded when you're evolving. And ringing of the ears are just you picking up on frequencies that you haven't heard in a little minute. And so the alchemist oil, these herbs, has been used for centuries in herbal wellness practices. The highest cortisol level that you're gonna find, really, really potent, and you must respect it. All right, it saved my life, many lives. But the first one was mine. I had thyroid issues, I had painful periods, I had fluid-filled bumps, I had thinning hair, I had vertigo. I always hate something, right? Until I got sick and tired of being sick and tired, and my inner being helped me discover this and my sustained detox. This and my sustained detox stopped me from wearing glasses, because I used to wear glasses. Stopped the stupid hypothyroid issue that I had. Helped me lose the weight that I couldn't lose at all, because I was full of shh. And nobody with the white coat ever told me or asked me what I was eating. They never asked me none of those things. They never asked me had I used any herbs. It was just giving me rock after rock after rock. And I decided I don't want to be a lab rat no more. And I created my own shit. And here I go. All right. Any other questions? Hey, that's good to know. Oh, no. You didn't finish. Okay, I did finish that, Rhonda. You got that, Rhonda? Okay, just came in. I read that. Oh, yes. Thank you. All right. Thank you for trusting the alchemist. Oh, hallelujah. Yep. Not going to the restroom daily. You're not? That's not a good thing. Oh, okay, good. Rhonda got it. Good. Well, you should be going to the restroom every day. If not, you're full of shh, right? We got to get that out. We got to get that out. We need to be going to the restroom every day. And so what I was just teaching is going to be ways that you're going to be able to go to the restroom every day. You got your alchemist oil bundle. You place it on your navel. This is going to help you go to the restroom because it's going to be unaliving parasites. Your job is going to be hydrating. Your job is going to be drinking the adequate amounts of water. If Rhonda is 200 pounds, 200 divided into 2, Rhonda needs to be drinking 100 ounces of water because she's placing this on her navel before bed at night. And it's unaliving parasites. It's getting rid of the viral load, right? And so Rhonda has to stay hydrated. She needs oxygen in there, hydrogen and oxygen in her system. Stay hydrated. That is going to be very, very, very important. And as she stay hydrated, she's going to be allowing the parasites to come out, because these are oils. Oils are getting past the biofilm and helping to penetrate into the parasite, helping to destroy the fungus and the virus. And so it's lubricated, but you need to drink the water to make it out. And it'd be highly beneficial if Rhonda or any of you all drink warm water. Because think about a sink. Like, all of this makes perfect sense if you think about it. Think about a sink that's clogged up. Think about a sink that's clogged up. When you put warm water, when you put that thicker Drano inside of there, it helps to slippery slope it out, You need hot, warm water sometimes. Stop drinking all of them, stop eating all them ice creams and all them cold, frozen ass smoothies, numbing your system. That's a marketing strategy. That's a marketing tactic that the restaurants use and the fast food places use to numb your stomach. Stop numbing your freaking stomach. Drink some more herbal teas. Get your weight loss cheat codes in your herbal teas based upon your blood type, so you could be sipping on a tea that's highly beneficial for you and that is also warm to help that large and small intestines flow, because you're not supposed to be full of shit. Matter of fact, your ain't supposed to stink. It's very important that you know this, because that leads to more dis-ease and disharmony. When you're just putting 3 meals a day, 3 different type of animals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner a day in your system, and none of them animals came out that ass. Okay? I'm just trying to break it down to you. I'm not trying to offend or talk about anybody. I just want to break it down. It's simple so you can really get it. Like, dang, you're right. You're right. All right? I just want to really, really break it down. If I offend you, that's not my intent. I'm just really trying to break it down. Drink some warm stuff. Stop getting got with all of that ice. The ice and the ice cream is not fine and funny. Thank you. I appreciate you. The ice in the ice cream is numbing the large and small intestines. And the purpose for that marketing strategy is so you can sit up there and you can eat some more. Because you don't feel that your stomach numb and you're full is I don't know what. You've been full. But your stomach numb and you don't know it. So you're still eating. And you're saying, wait, I'm just going to make a little bit more room. No, don't do that, because then you're stretching your stomach. Drink yourself something warm. Lubricate the large and small intestines and even the navel before bed, so stuff could get to moving around up in here and coming out the back door. You don't want to be full of shit. You don't want to. But guess what? My grandma said, bless her soul, a hard head, make a soft ass. Do what you want with it. Any other questions? I don't feel like eating today, and I came in on the tail end of the conversation. Now I'm about to make me some tea. Perfect. My mother said that same time. Yeah, that's what the old schoolers say. A whole head, make a soft egg. Yeah, skip a day. You ain't supposed to eat 3 times a day. No way. You know what? Yesterday, I'm gonna tell you what I ate yesterday. Granted, I'm going through, a little grief, but I'm still the I am, and I still don't eat that much. But yesterday, let me tell you what I ate yesterday. Yesterday I woke up and I had me a tea, a chamomile tea for calming. When you're going to grief, chamomile, and I sell chamomile, so I have it. So that's what I use. Chamomile tea. Then I ate like a damn newborn baby because I had some puree of some papaya because it's anti-parasitic, and I finally figured out how to make it taste like something. And I had me some pineapple juice and some Brazilian nuts and water. That's what I ate yesterday. You don't have to, I always try to make sure I'm chewing something, which was the Brazilian nut, because the mind, the illusion of chewing something is really be behind some of the times when people be hungry. But once you get rid of the emotional attachment that you have with food, you're not eating that much. I don't have the emotional attachments for, I need to get ice cream. I need to get my cake fixed. And I don't have that. Right? A lot of us are just emotionally attached to food, and we hiding trauma based upon the trauma that's stored in our body. We hiding it by eating more because eating helps to satisfy us and make us feel good, and trauma don't feel too good. So we putting the bun cake on top of the daddy issues. We putting the apple pie on top of the fact that you was molested, and that ain't a good recipe. That ain't gonna help you. Consultations available. All right. Yeah. Mom, okay, I read that one. I agree. Okay, somebody added it to the card. Oh, I remember that name, Barracuda. I remember that name. Welcome back. Thank you for adding it to your card. Any questions before I get up out of here? We talked about a lot on this live. We talked about the unaliving process, the eggs, the larvae, and the adult parasites that come out when using the alchemist oil. We talked about using the alchemist oil to get rid of the toxins, and if you needed support for thyroid issues, hormonal imbalances, including ED, estrogen, endometriosis, fibroids, that would be the wild yam butter. We could put it together. You could get the restoration bundle, but keep in mind the restoration bundle is over here when you call me back on SALE, and it's different from where, down there. I can't say that much, but I'm trying to help you out. Nonetheless, we also talked about how to use the alchemist oil. We place in a half a teaspoon of the carrier oil in our hand, 1 drop of the alchemist oil to dilute the alchemist oil, because the alchemist oil is the blue bottle and it's very, very potent. It must be diluted with a carrier oil. 1 drop only diluted with a carrier oil in your navel. 3 drops if you have pain like a toothache, abscess, if you have joint pain, if you have neuropathy, if you have arthritis. 3 drops diluted with the carrier oil for something more intense, right? The carrier oil by itself going to be highly beneficial for children who have that stench from the larva that's inside of their abdominal cavity, or adults if you've been using antiperspirant forever. This here carrier oil could be used on your scalp, part your scalp if you have that thing called alopecia, because you only have a fungal film on your head. That's why the hair follicles ain't growing through the fungal film, the same film or biofilm that parasites protect themselves with. So if you have a protruding belly, if you have the beer belly, which ain't nothing from but you drinking so much of liquid yeast, aka beer, in this bread belly, if you have that belly, that's a bunch of yeast. The alchemist oil is antifungal, anti-parasitic, antiviral, so it'll help you with that big protruding hard ass belly. The abdominal cavity is going to be very important. That's why we're focusing on placing it inside the navel. It's very important that you drink water, your adequate amount of water, because you've unalived parasites on contact. And get your ass some rest. Yeah, you just feel better when you rest. Yeah, go your ass to sleep at night, because the alchemist oil going to calm you enough for you to go your ass to bed. All right? And you're going to be performing pure alchemy. This ain't something that I'm, hustling for. This is my passion. I wouldn't come in here telling you all the story especially in the middle of grieving, right? I stand behind this product. I've been selling this product for maybe a good at least 13 to 15 years now. And I've seen so many people, even people with this big C, who rely on this here product. It works. It supports so much. I've heard so many things, so many places this product has been used at. And I just want to share my knowledge, all of this shit. And I say shit because it was a lot of shit. All of the shit that I've been through on my conscious journey of remembering who the heck I was. This is a product that I stand behind because it helped me physically and spiritually, even through the dark night of the soul, even when I felt like I was in that freaking void and that I didn't understand myself. I didn't know why the hell I was here, even with the damn ringing in the ears. I'm telling you, it has helped me so much, and I know it'll bless you. I know it'll bless you. I just know. All right? Yeah. Are you okay? Oh, they checking on me. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Still going through my moment, but I'm still the I am. I'm still the I am. So everything, I'm not exempt. In real time, I'm not exempt. I was sharing earlier, there's a time to be born and there's a time to die. And so I'm going to be all right. You just got to keep on waking up, because we are here to evolve and remember the I am. All right? Okay, you look good too. Oh, thank you, King. Any other questions? I'm about to get up out of here. And I'll be back at 5 o'clock tonight. Mountain time, 7 o'clock p.m. because we got to continue talking about the void versus whether you're in neutrality. And I want to leave that on my YouTube channel for anybody on a real conscious journey. A real one that ain't just playing around, or even a real twin flame journey as well, because they kind of go hand in hand. All right, no more questions. This message was brought to you by Goddess Just Be and her creation, The Alchemist Oil, pure alchemy in a bottle, just like you in that matrix. Okay, bye. Be blessed, babe. I appreciate y'all love and support.